It's all Christmas with you. Christmas with you. We've been through the fire, we've gone through the storm. Was tired of being tired, it felt like the norm. But we didn't give up, stayed in the fight. Now look at us, loving life. It's all Christmas with you, it's all year. I'm so happy with you, constant cheers. We fought through some issues, to be clear. We came out better, we're still here. It's all Christmas with you, all the time. I got you, babe, in my mind. The trees up every day, you stuck by my side, never stray. That's why I ride so hard for you. It's all Christmas with you, it's all year. It's all Christmas. So happy with you, constant cheers. We fought through some issues, to be clear. We came out better, we're still here. It's all Christmas with you, it's all year. It's all Christmas. So happy with you, constant cheers. We fought through some issues, to be clear. We came out better, we're still here. It's all Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. It's my favorite time of year. It's my favorite time of year. Cinnamon and sugar in the air, a toast to joy, it's everywhere. Friends and family gather round to say, we're wishing you happy holidays. Everybody is getting down, and the lights and magic are all around. Something makes me appreciate all the time we got left to celebrate. It's my favorite, oh yeah, favorite time of year. It's my favorite time of year. It's my favorite, my favorite.
Toy drive. Can I get a ho, 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 Merry Christmas here? That's right, we're all Santa Clauses today. It is a very special day where we get to kick off the toy drive, and that wasn't good enough, so let's do that again one more time. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. All right, that's wonderful, and it's great to see so many faces here from CMPD and also from the fire station and Salvation Army and everybody here who has made this day so special. We've worked so hard to get here to this year, to this day where it's delivery day for all the kids that are in need. 46 years we've been doing this, and it is really something special to put a smile on a child's face that didn't think that they were going to have a Christmas. It's all thanks to the efforts of so many people in this building today, and all of the efforts of going out in the community and reaching out through CMPD and the fire stations to talk to people and all the firemen and the police officers to get people to donate the toys as they have over the last year. And it's been a very challenging year, as all of us know. As obviously we're sitting here in mass right now from the COVID situation, and we thought that it was going to be challenging to raise money and to get toys from people to donate. But what we've really seen this year is how much people have gave of themselves and opened up their hearts during these challenging times to help people. And I think that's what's so important to understand is that even during tough times, people always want to give and to help out others, and that is exactly what we have seen this year, and we're so proud to have that happen. So, and very thankful to have all of us here. We have to thank a lot of our CMPD officers that do so much, of course, Ryan Botzenmayer and Craig Allen and the staff, of course, the chiefs, and the Charlotte Fire Station with their Burn Children's Fund and helping out so many people, and all the people out in the community, and our sponsors this year with Zaxby's that come in with Fox 46, CPI Security that have always done so much, and of course Charlotte Motor Speedways that have been able to have all of their events that we have had around town, Walmart where we've raised a lot of toys for the donations, and certainly thank you so much to all of those sponsors that have been so important to help us this year. We want to go ahead and get started right now with our invocation and bring up my brother from another mother, the CMPD chaplain, Mr. Theo Schaefer, who I love very much, just like my own family. Theo?
At this time, let's pray for this gracious event. Eternal Father, we're thankful for the grace and strength you've given us all to be a part of giving back and lifting the spirits of your people. Thank you for how you've used all of us to make this possible. Now, God, I pray that you would just be glorified in this event. Let the Christmas joys and sounds permeate all over as these families are blessed by these incredible gifts. We thank you for every leader, every visionary, and everybody who played a part in this. Be glorified and cover. Have your way. We thank you and we praise you. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Before we move on, we want to give a special acknowledgement this morning on behalf of our CMPD family. I want to read to you this. One of the champions of bringing Latin youth into the Explorer program was retired Detective Danny Hernandez. Danny had a passion for the Latin community and connected with people from every culture and nation. He was an original member of the International Relations Unit here at CMPD. He was a liaison with the local consulates, host of a weekly radio call-in show. He was the creator of the Cops and Kids Learn Spanish program, teaching, helping recruits on a basic fundamental level with the language of Spanish. He broke barriers between police and the community, and so much more. And for me personally, my son and I would scream his name at every Hornets ball game as he worked off duty. As we seek to bless families through this Explorers Christmas program, let's take a moment to pause and honor and celebrate a true friend of this community, none other than our very own Detective Danny Hernandez. Thank you all at this time. God bless you.
You know, the efforts of police officers every day, as you know, you never know what's going to happen when you go out into the field, and it's a tough job. It's a challenging job, especially in this year of COVID, but it's also a wonderful job because one of the things about being a police officer is being able to help other people. I can't tell you how many times when I've talked to police officers, how much when I asked them why they got into the job, it was to help others. And that is exactly what all of the officers that help out on the toy drive do, from the explorers to the cadets and to the officers in the community outreach, going out and trying to help those kids and have a bright Christmas that they didn't think that they would have otherwise. And that's why we want to always thank our officers who do this kind of work, especially for days like today where it's so special and you get to put smiles on their faces. And right now I want to bring up the Deputy Chief, Estella Patterson. She is the Deputy Chief of Patrol Operations for CMPD. Chief.
Thank you for that. Good morning. On behalf of Chief Jennings and the CMPD family, certainly it is a delight to be here before you to celebrate the 46th year of the CMPD Christmas Project. Of course, this year is unlike any other year and arguably the most challenging we have had with this project. And although COVID-19 may have limited our personal and face-to-face contact, it hasn't limited our desire to serve and give back to our great community. It has not broken CMPD spirit. It has not broken the spirit of our partners. We are, in fact, stronger as a result of this. And because everybody is here is really a testament of the strength of this union. Tomorrow, we're going to begin delivering gifts to our families. We're going to give them food. We're going to give them holiday cheer to 3,600 families and in our underserved communities. That's 9,000 children that we hope to make their Christmas a little bit brighter. Additionally, more than 30 children who have lost a parent to a homicide will be assisted and will be given gifts as a result of this great project. They will know that even though we can never replace the tragedy in their lives that they have experienced, we can work together as a community to ensure that they know that we love them and that we care about their future. Tens and thousands of toys and gifts have been collected. They will be delivered by our officers, by our partners, and we're certainly thankful to all the partners who have made this possible for us. There's no way at all that CMPD could not do this without the great support that we have in our community. It is inspiring to me, as I know it is to everybody else, to see our community come together in such a fabulous way, in such a mighty way, year after year. It really exhibits the true meaning of Christmas and what it is to serve your community. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for what you are doing in our community and the goodwill that you are serving towards our brothers and sisters and our children here in Charlotte-Mecklenburg County. At this time, I'd like to introduce a good friend of CMPD, Mr. Gill. That's with CPI. He is the founder and the CEO of CPI. So I'll turn it over to him at this time.
Thank you, Chief Patterson. You know, I tell you, this is our 25th anniversary of CPI kind of co-sponsoring this event. It just kind of moves my heart. In the past, we would support maybe 600 families. This year is 3,600 families. So there's certainly no shortage of need at this time. But just would like to thank CMPD. Like I said, I've been here 25 years. Glenn Mowry, who started this in 1974. We have him to thank for all of his contributions and getting the ball rolling and keeping it going every year. But I'd like to thank the fire department as well for all they do. Salvation Army, certainly couldn't do it without them. Organizationally, they're fantastic. It takes a community and a village to make all this happen. And it's just been exciting to see everyone in the community step up this year, go the extra mile, buy the extra gift, put the extra dollar in to help make a great Christmas for all those in need this year. But we're excited to be here, and once again, thank all you and thank all the officers who are here and participated. Thank you, all the officers, for what you do every day, and all the firemen for what you do every day to keep us all safe. Thank you.
And speaking of firemen that do so much to keep everyone safe, especially during this time too, as I was talking about before with the Burn Children's Fund, with a lot of those families that may have had a really tough time. They don't know where to live after a fire that's happened, and this is where they step in to help out during this time. And also, I can remember back a few years ago when they used to build a lot of those bikes for those kids. They were very happy. A lot of hard work and manual labor of going out and building those bikes for about 6-7 weeks during this time to help those kids and get a bike that they never thought they'd have. I want to bring up right now Chief Reginald Johnson from Charlotte Fire Department. Chief, thank you very much.
Good morning. I'd like to thank Chief Jennings and Deputy Chief Patterson for the opportunity just to say a few words this morning at this wonderful event. On behalf of the men and women of the Charlotte Fire Department, we truly appreciate the relationship that we have with CMPD, not only to provide safety to the citizens and visitors of the city, but also when we engage in community outreach events such as this. Like many other speakers today, I just want to say thank you to the Salvation Army, CMPD, and to our community for reaching out with kindness and compassion this year for our families, friends, and neighbors that have been adversely impacted by COVID-19. There'll be children in the city that will now have toys to celebrate this holiday season. And so I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to the community for that compassion and kindness, and wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season. Thank you.
Now, one of the things about the toy drive is it is with the CMPD Explorers toy drive, and the Explorers are the next generation future police officers out there, and they do so much to help out with the toy drive, to make it happen every day at the events, collecting toys, making sure they get out to the right people. And I want to recognize and bring up 3 people from the CMPD Explorers that have done so much this year: Melvin Myrick, Nicole Amorocho, and Preston Gaines, a cadet.
Hi, I'm Melvin Myrick, and this is my first year in the Explorer program. I joined because my family members are law enforcement, and I seen them make a change on people's lives, and I'm hoping I can do the same. And with this program, I'm hoping I'm able to open up doorways for the law enforcement and be able to become one in the future.
Hello, I'm Explorer Nicole Morocho, and this is my first year being a part of the CMPD Explorers program. This was an easy decision because I come from a law enforcement family, my father being a CMPD police sergeant, and my mother also being a former CMPD officer. Putting on this uniform is my first step to achieving my goal to become the police attorney for CMPD, because law enforcement is doing so many great things and I want to be able to defend it. I also want to inspire other teenagers like me to join such an amazing program and to show them that Charlotte has such an amazing police department. We were also able to serve back to our community. I was able to serve at the Charlotte Motor Speedway and collecting family donations, and it was so eye-opening to see other families giving back to families in need, especially during this time of year. Lastly, I want to thank all officers for protecting and serving us every single day. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Preston Gaines, and it is an honor to represent the CMPD on behalf of the Explorers Christmas Project. I myself was an Explorer for several years before transitioning to become a college cadet. My goal is to graduate college and eventually work for the CMPD as a police officer. I am so excited to be a part of the Christmas Project this year. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, but at the end of the day, there is no better feeling than knowing that families will be able to enjoy their Christmas. It warms my heart to be a part of something bigger than myself. This project reminds me not to complain about what I don't have, but rather to be thankful about what I do have. I will cherish these moments and continue to be the difference in my community. Thank you.
Well, if that is the future of Charlotte Police, then I think that all of Charlotte is in pretty good hands, wouldn't you say? All right, I want to bring up someone right now, very special at this moment, who is probably always having a challenging time right now, as far as thinking about Christmas and what's going to happen. Are they going to get presents under the tree, or are they going to be with their family? It's even deeper than that, and what they're going through right now health-wise. This is a Make-A-Wish recipient, and I want to bring up Jack Santos. Jack?
Good morning. Again, my name is Jack Santos, and what brings me here today is the Make-A-Wish Foundation as well as the CMPD. A few years ago, I got sick, and Make-A-Wish reached out to me. They granted me a wish, but for a while I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do or when I was going to do it. And then, COVID hit, so that put a even bigger halt on things. And then eventually, this year we kind of got the ball rolling on the wish, and I realized I did want to give back. I never really wanted something for myself. The entire time we were going through the wish process, I knew I wanted to do something to give back or to give to somebody else. So Make-A-Wish reached out to me, and I told them I'd love to do something this year for Christmas, whether that's a toy drive, anything. And she found the CMPD and said every year they do this wonderful event. You know, this year they weren't going to get as many donations that they usually do from schools, people, just because of the crazy year that it's been. So I knew when she told me that, we jumped on it. A few of the officers here today came with us. We had a huge shopping spree at Target, spent $5,000 on toys. It was amazing. A lot of them are in this room today, so that's about it. But I just really can't thank CMPD enough, fire department enough. And it's just really nice that we could do something this amazing, especially during a year like this where there hasn't been that many amazing things go on. So it's just, it's been a blessing, and I can't thank you all enough.
One of the biggest things about policing, as we know, is not just putting cuffs on people. That is to be engaged in the community. That is to work with each one of the neighborhoods and help it make it safer, to create relationships that are so important, and making those bonds within the people that live in the community for trust and to keep everyone safe. And the person in charge of that for CMPD is a wonderful man. I want to bring him up right now, Lieutenant LeBron Evans. LB.
And I just want to add something to what Jack had to say. Jack was given $5,000 to donate, and they made the mistake of giving some carts to me and a couple of other officers, and we went a little over. But the Santos family actually donated an additional $1,000 to cover all of the gifts that we had picked out. So I have the distinct pleasure to recognize some of our partners that help us year-round. Two significant functions of the CMPD Explorers Post are to expose youth to law enforcement as a career and to help them discover their potential in the community while working alongside police officers. Our explorers will hopefully graduate high school and become paid employees of CMPD. Then enter as employees of the college cadet program and then enter the police academy. Some, however, choose other career paths. Through our community engagement programs like Envision, that pay them $1,500 during the summer, our REACH program that teach soft skills, interviewing, resume writing, career exploration, and other avenues. While the explorers are with community engagement, we expose them to agencies in this room that help the residents of our city every day. Our partner agencies serve as employers, teachers, mentors, lunch buddies, reading partners, tutors, and friends. After graduation from high school, our police academy will teach explorers to be police officers. Our partners teach them compassion and volunteerism. With the help of these organizations, we have taught Charlotte youth, construction and HVAC skills. We've passed out thousands of hot meals in Tent City and to our displaced families in hotels along the Sugar Creek corridor. We've unloaded and distributed food from over 50 trucks over the summer and fall. We've delivered friendship trays to seniors during the stay-at-home order. We've worked in remote learning centers, mentoring, tutoring, and providing transportation. We've been able to establish lifelong relationships with youth and officers. Our partners provide explorers and youth the tools to make positive impact in their lives. They embody servant leadership, prosperity, and upward mobility. For that, we recognize and thank them. The Rock, rebuilding opportunities in construction. Behind Every Story, Atrium, the Boss Man Car Group, Be You, Be Great with Big Red, Data Driven Safety, the Steve Smith Foundation, Revamp, Men of Destiny, Housing and Neighborhood Services, Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office, Charlotte Fire Department, Northside Baptist Church, who stepped up when we didn't have anywhere to house kids, Our Lady of Guadalupe, Faith CME Church, Parkwood CME Church, Life Center International, Heal Charlotte, and YMCA. And they were each available for interview after the ceremony.
Thank you. You know, I also want to make a mention about Chief Johnny Jennings from CMPD, not here today, obviously recovering. We just want to all wish him a speedy recovery and much health during this time and in the holidays. And also want to point out Chief Kurt Putney, former Chief Kurt Putney over here. That's right, look around at you. You don't have that big bright blue snowflake jacket on today, but I'm sure you're going to be dressed very nicely tomorrow for delivery day tomorrow. Of course, as we've been talking about, this is all about partnerships and working together to get something so done that's so wonderful to help out kids, put that smile on their faces and watch their eyes light up and their spirits just light up when they have a wonderful Christmas and toys come in their way. And there's some people here that really make this happen. For one at Fox 46, I want to make special mention of Angela Golden, who does so much great work, who really is a spearhead from our point at Fox 46. And she does all the nuts and bolts and logistics, working with CMPD as a partnership. And of course, CMPD does all their wonderful work. They're the ones that go out in the community and talk to the kids. They raise all the donations and the toys. And there's got to be one person at CMPD who does all that, and that is a full-time job, but especially in the last few weeks where I know that he sits down when delivery day is over and he kicks back up and says, it's been a good day. It's been a good year. And thank you for all the people who have donated. And that's why I want to bring up the youth program coordinator with Officer Ryan Botzenmeyer.
So I'm going to try to talk, I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to try to talk loud so everybody can hear. My lieutenant told me that I could not talk and I had to be to the point because he knows me. I will continue and it'll be 20 minutes later. But I want to just thank a lot of people because this project could not take place without our partners, the community, and all the officers involved. So I want to just identify a few people. Fox 46, Brian, Angela, thank you. Thank you for what y'all do. Thank you for setting up the toy drives for us at Walmart. Thank you for the Speedway. Thank you for everything, getting the word out. Also, Beasley Media Group, getting the word out and being there with us on our toy drives. Thank you, Walmart. Thank you, the Walmart employees that came out and donated during our 2 large toy drives. We collected at each toy drive at the Walmart locations over 1,000 toys during those 2 events. So that's awesome. Thank you, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Speedway Christmas and Speedway Children's Charity. We have our explorers and cadets out there on Thursdays and Saturdays this year collecting donations out in the cold. Thank you for allowing us to do that. Thank you, CPI Security. You're a part of our project, every aspect of our project. Your employees do a great job sponsoring children. And thank you for what y'all do. Thank you for volunteering on delivery day. Unfortunately, this year it's a little bit different. Thank you, of course, to the Salvation Army. They're our partner, and they are kicking off their distribution today also. And it's just awesome about the generous giving this year. We couldn't do it without all the partners. Charlotte Fire Department, Captain Gilmore, Chief Johnson, thank you for allowing your stations to be drop locations for us. And thank you for actually collecting from your 51 stations and bringing it to 1 point for us. I appreciate you. 54? Thank you. Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office, I want to thank them. They're actually doing traffic for our partners to Salvation Army this morning for distribution. Zaxby's, thank you. Rev Max Performance, a lot of the bicycles you see out here today is from 3 different partners. You have Rev Max Performance that did a monetary donation, and through Academy, we purchased a large amount of bicycles. We bought out the Gastonia Academy. We bought out the Matthews Academy of Bicycles. The Spokes Group, also a nonprofit, helps us acquire bikes. Academy Sports and Outdoors, the Holler family. You have 3 sons that raise funds each year, and we go shopping, and they purchase over 20-something bikes for us. Harris Teeter, thank you for helping provide food gift cards. The Bake Shop Printing, the City of Charlotte Solid Waste, and also special events for helping us with some logistical support. And thank you for all the businesses and all the people out there in the community that sponsored a toy drive or dropped off a toy at one of our toy drop locations. Jack and the Santos family, thank you for what y'all did. That was awesome. I had a great time. And last, I want to thank the department. Thank you, Chief Jennings. Thank you, Chief Patterson, and all of the officers that's going to go out there and deliver tomorrow. Thank you. We couldn't do it without the division officers. And I want to give a shout out to community services, community engagement, all the officers that spent numerous hours bringing all this together. And thank you, explorers and cadets. We couldn't do it without you. So all the people that spoke, all the explorers and cadets will be available, and some of our partners are also here, so they will be available for interviews after the ceremony also. Thank you, and Merry Christmas. I'm going to turn it over to you, Brian.
And one more thank you to Deputy Chief Glenn Mowry here, who started all this back in 1976. And thank you for where we are today on our 46th annual CMPD Explorers Toy Drive. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
Every sight and every sound gives me smiles for miles and miles. Eating marshmallows dipped in chocolate sauce, roasted chestnuts too, of course. I saw Rudolph in the sky last night. His nose was shining like a red stoplight. So I squeezed my eyes and closed them shut. Oh, I can't wait for Christmas. I